Hi
Oh
guys.
no, no, no. I mean, I'll just point at you like I'll want to three. Yeah, because it's still loading. So chill. Time to kwenda before time. Nafungua Facebook unikishaanza. Unaweza kuwa ile imeona. Je, kuambia sote kama something. Having trouble connecting. Connection inaenda hapa.
Hi everyone, welcome to Tujijenge Na Sortika. My name is Denise Brand, and I'm really humbled and honored to have you today. So the past couple of weeks we've been talking about the principles of financial management, and we've been using the Big Five to explain certain aspects that we need to take into consideration as we plan for our financial freedom. And we began with the secret of the lion, which is being able to eat fast. Just like the lions when they hunt, and the lion always comes and eats fast, we also need to eat fast when we go out and hustle and do whatever it is that we do to go to earn a living. And eating fast means setting aside a portion of your income towards a savings plan that ensures that you'll be able to achieve your goals and aspirations. Then we talked about the secret of the leopard, which is focus on goals, being able to set your goals and really focus on them to ensure that you achieve them. And that was a very interesting aspect whereby like by once you know what your goals and aspirations are, it is very easy for you to put your mind towards them, have that focus, and then ensure that you achieve those goals. Then the third principle was the secret of the elephant. The elephant never forgets. Wherever it goes, whatever experiences it has, it always remembers. And the same case applies to our financial journey. So the victories as well as the areas where we fail sometimes, we'll always remember during that journey, and we will always use that experience to get to catapult us to be able to set more goals and more aspirations. So it was a very good concept to be able to allow us to put our minds and remind us. It's more or less like a reminder of the same successes you had when, let's say, you saved towards a small goal, let's say, of clearing your debt, and now you're working towards maybe getting a mortgage. So the previous experience really motivates you to go towards even tackling this new goal, because since you were able to achieve it last time, you're able to achieve it this time as well. Then we went to the secret of the rhino, and the secret of the rhino is being able to charge towards risk, like anything that comes its way, and just it feels like it's threatened, it charges on and takes care of that risk. And the same case applies when we experience risks that come towards ensuring that we don't achieve our financial freedom. So being able to know those risks and being able to put our efforts towards mitigating them will help us to be able to navigate and be able to achieve our financial freedom. And in this aspect, we don't say that risk will not occur. It will always occur in our life's journey towards financial freedom. But the most important aspect is being able to see and charge towards it before it hampers your progress towards financial freedom. And so today we're going to do the last principle, which is the secret of the power. Grows is very steady and deliberate. It deliberately grows its numbers, protecting its herd, and with the full knowledge of that its numbers determine its future. And just like us, we need to be steady and deliberate. Sometimes we didn't know all these things, we didn't have this information, but now that we have it, we need to go at it routines that enable us to be able to move and be able to evaluate where we're going in terms of our financial freedom journey. And to do that, we're going to be talking about the 7 life cashiers. Yeah. And number one is God. This, when I talk about God, is we talk about tithe. And this is a very touchy issue, especially when we talk to my friends. Oh, they say, oh, you can't give this tithe to anyone. You can't take tithe to churches, pastors eat, and all that. But if you are someone who reads the Bible, and you know that it is one of the things that God actually dares us to test Him, and He says, give that 10%, and you will see the things I'll be able to do for you. It's in the book of Malachi. And for those people who have a problem with this, I always tell them, at the end of the day, everyone will be accountable for their actions. As long as the intention of why you gave it, you know why you gave it. In the deep parts of your heart, you know why you gave it. So never let how the recipients of your tithe react or do. At the end of the day, we're all human in one way or another. Which I'm not saying you should not be, like you should always be vigilant as a member of your community, your church, to be able to ensure that resources are used accordingly. But in that light, one of the first cashiers I know is God. So tithes and offerings are very important. And yeah, it's one of the cashiers, even as you're growing this journey. At the end of the day, we make these plans, but we present them to God so that He can be able to allow us and enable us to be able to achieve them. So that's why I do God number one. And it's my opinion actually. So, but yeah, that's why I always say that God comes on number one, cashier. Number two is the tax man. This one is clear to everyone. If you're employed, if you're a business person, the government will always ask for taxes. And this tax is basically used to ensure that the government of the day is able to provide the services that we need, the conveniences we enjoy. Like we sometimes complain about how our roads are bad, or we complain that, the services in our countries are bad, but actually the taxes that we contribute to go towards ensuring that those issues are addressed. And as you can see, even our government has been doing major road projects and infrastructure projects, which are funded by our taxes. And so this taxman will always be a cashier in our lives, and so we just make sure we're always paying our taxes, and yeah, for the betterment of our country. Again, as I always say, you do your part. The government will do theirs. Faithful for the big God. So if you're faithful with paying your small tax right now, God will now mean that higher incomes for you. So never feel bad that you're paying tax and you're seeing it being wasted. At the end of the day, there are people who actually benefit from it when we, like now when hospitals are built in the counties and so forth and so forth. So that is a very important cashier. Community. Communities will always be a cashier, and this is basically money that. So you'll always find that you will always find yourself, like getting yourself in a space where like I see my friends every year, we contribute towards helping kids in a certain children's home. So we'll go find out what their needs are, and we'll contribute money over the course of the year. And then during Christmas, we just go and have a party with those children, provide the books they need and all that, and just provide that care and love. And for just that sound financial free journey, these are the kind of cashiers you'll experience. And so, and once you know about them, to give you uh, a kind of a roadmap of how your life should be in terms of your finances, and it will help you align how you spend your money. It will make you take certain things into consideration. You never take them for granted. Like when you have the ability to enjoy a full meal. Like when you go to a restaurant and buy a meal, you'll be able to appreciate it because there are people who can't do that, people who struggle to do that. There are people who you used to going having this great chicken, having pizza and all that, and there are people who don't even know what that is. So it allows us to count our blessings and name them one by one, so that we can be able to um, make sound financial decisions even as you're doing these investments. Like not waste your money. And talking to the people who eat their food halfway. Go to a restaurant and eat your food. I mean, if you can't finish, carry it home, or the people in the streets who are hungry, you can be able to give it out. I think it gives you that framework of what kind of financial life you want to live. And then you have the lifestyle maintenance. This will depend different. It will depend based on your career, based on where you're going in life. The kind of job you're doing. So this will basically be dependent on you. Lifestyle maintenance are you living? I find most of young people struggling here because sometimes you want to live a lifestyle that you cannot be able to maintain, just so that maybe you can keep up with the Joneses, or you can say that you live in this location and all that, and you end up spending a lot of your income just to please people who at the end of the day really don't matter. So And lifestyle maintenance will always be a life cashier. And my prayer is that as we walk this journey of financial freedom, is you will be able to live according, live a lifestyle that is, commensurate with your, the income that you get. And if you want to live a higher lifestyle, there are certain areas you can be able to, work on. Maybe get an extra income, generating a venture for yourself, so that at least you can be able to maintain. But it will always be a life cashier, and it's good to be able to know about that. Then personal improvement, we are always changing. You can say there's a saying that says change is the only constant thing in life. So we are constantly improving ourselves. We are not the same when we left our campuses or we left high school. We've improved in our skills, we've improved how we communicate, we have improved the things we want to do and the things we're looking for. So personal improvement will always be a life cashier. This will either be going towards, you've seen a course, like on a course you'd like, for example, to improve your finances, and you incur the services of a financial advisor. I mean, you will have to, you put some money aside for that as well. If you want to, maybe you want to, have an edge in your employment space, and you decide to go for a PhD degree, this falls under personal improvement. And I mean, we're always learning every single day, and sometimes it's not even the monetary value. It could also be your personal time. Spending time maybe with someone who's gone way ahead in your career, to just talk to them. Sometimes you just have to, maybe buy them that coffee so that you can listen to their nuggets of wisdom. So, as again, personal improvement is a constant life cashier in our lives. Relationships, we are, there's a saying that says human beings are gregarious, and gregarious means we love relating with people, either they are friends, either they are, for purposes of, friendship, for the purposes of courtship and mating and all that. So relationships are important. If you, I mean, for you to, nowadays, if you want to get married, there's the courting process. You have to go for dates, And if you get married, the dates don't stop. You don't stop dating your wife and stuff like that. So you'll always have some money going towards relationships. If you're blessed to get children, you'll have to have money set aside for that relationship. We have our parents whom we also like, send back money to. We have friends where we always like, we'll always meet up. We'll do some stuff together. We either be partying together or coming together to form an investment group to do projects that we feel that are, that we can do together in a nutshell. So the kind of relationships you have is very important, to guide where your money goes. When in my journey as a financial advisor, you find that sometimes the kind of friends you have is directly proportional to, how you spend your money. So if you have friends whose plan is always to, party, 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 shade, 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 your finances will always find themselves going to such avenues. But if you have friends who, have a future for themselves, they will say, okay, we can party, yes, but at the same time, we can put the same efforts towards, either doing a project together. If you, let's say, if you like agriculture together, and maybe it's something you want to invest in. I mean, you can come together as friends and, contribute towards, towards a worthwhile plan or goal that leads towards the financial freedom. And that is very, very, very important. Sotika says your network is your net worth, and it's good to have friends or people that you can be able to relate around similar things and be able to come together towards achievement. And finally, you will always be, money will always go towards you. And this yourself, and the reason why I put 20% is comes from the first principle we talked about, the principle of the lion. I mean, the secret of the lion, being able to eat fast. You will always have new goals, you'll always have new aspirations as you continue to grow in your financial journey. And so always remember to remember yourself. Don't stop dreaming, don't stop aspiring. Just because sometimes life gets hard does not mean that it's the end. You can set new goals, you can set new aspirations, and with God by our side and the right people in our lives, we can be able to achieve them. And yeah, that's what I had for you today. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to have this discussion with you. And if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have if you have suggestions on topics you'd like us to discuss, please just hit us up on our various social media handles. But other than that, I want to wish you a lovely week and see you again next week.
With the cost of life becoming expensive day by day, saving money and making drastic changes when spending can be a complete hassle, especially if you think about saving actively. From paying fees for the children, paying for fuel, monthly rent, buying airtime, shopping and buying gas from your supplier, it's high time for you to join the Nikispend Na Save platform. It's a seamless and affordable plan on the Sortika app whereby every time you transact your money from your phone, a percentage of the money goes directly to the app as savings. You can further set up your mobile money or your card to automatically transfer 5% of each payment into your savings account. Start your financial freedom today by downloading the app. For Android users, you can download the Sortika app on Play Store. Apple users, you can download from the App Store. Terms and conditions apply.
Sortika, Nikispend Na Save.
My name is Ndegwa Astin Mothoni, and today I'm quite excited. Sortika can now credit 1,000 Kenya shillings. 1,000 Kenya shillings to your goals on Sortika. For you to stand to win that amount, all you need to do is frequently save on your goals. Like each and every time you get a prompt, save, and save.
For us to know the winner, go to your accounts on the insight page, take a screenshot of the savings rate and send us
on our social media platform or on our WhatsApp number 0798 087 598, just on the screen. So remember guys, let's win. It's called the weekly top saver.
Man, any 1,000 Kenya shillings being credited to your account. Don't be left behind. The winner will always be announced every Friday. Sortika, Nikispend Na Save.